my giraffe is going to fill my page from top to bottom. So towards the top of your page, you're going to draw a sideways U. And this is going to be the head. I made mine a little pointed at the end. Draw two little horns on the top of the head. The way I did that is drawing these two rectangle-like shapes and a little circle on the end. Then I'm going to add a ear next to the horns, the opposite side of that U I just drew. Next I'm going to draw some facial features. I'm deciding to make my giraffe have closed eyes. I'm drawing two curves, sideways C shapes. Drawing two dashes for the nostrils, the nose. And then a curve for the mouth. My next step is to draw a long neck. Coming off the point of the bottom of the ear and the bottom of that U shape for the head. Just like in the book, I'm gonna kind of draw him stylized, him or her, stylized to have this like bulbous body shape. So just watch. I'm gonna go downward, make like a curve shape. You may want to do like the full lines and not skip if it helps you. So long neck, and then the body makes it go a little bit wider, then it curves inward. 2 point. This will all make sense when I add some legs and arms. To make it look a little less confusing, I'm going to add the first leg. And I'm going to start with the thigh. So that's the top part of our leg. Going to make a curve downward and to the left. To match this curve, I'm going to draw another one next to it. So now my gap makes sense. The thigh connecting to the body. Just like I did for one of the other legs, I'm going to draw the second leg coming off this curve of the body, just like how I did over here. So two curves for the other thigh. Draw two lines coming off those curves. And this is going to be the bottom of our leg. Don't close them just yet, because we got to draw the hoof and the ankle. Okay, for the ankle, I'm gonna make like a little bump on both legs. Just like we have those bumps connecting our bottom of our leg to our feet. Giraffes have that too. Then I'm going to make the hoofs. So draw a line that connects the ankle part. And draw some hoofs. Next step, I'm going to draw the arms, because right now we only have bottom legs. It's going to be a little bit similar to the bottom legs, but this time the upper arm is going to be thinner than that thigh part we made. So draw 2 lines coming through the body and a little bit out of that boundary of the back. Then draw upward to make a bent arm shape. It's going to be like he's swinging his arms while he's dancing. Just like we made for the ankles, I'm going to do a little curved part on the top of my arm. And a hoof again. I'm going to draw the other arm on the other side of the giraffe, just like how I drew this arm. Ankles. Oh. So he's swinging his arms that way, and he's dancing with the legs that way. And if you noticed here, I left a little gap, and that's because I'm going to put his tail swinging. So draw 2 curving hooks off the back of your giraffe. Draw some fur on the end of your tail. I decided to make these little spiky hairs. Then I put a tiny line and distinguished the tail from the hair. Here's one of the fun parts of drawing a giraffe. You're going to make these geometric shapes. So you could draw squares, hexagons, diamonds, things to decorate the spots of the giraffe. So I'm going to go in and do that randomly. Yours will look different. You can add more or less, but real life giraffes do have a bunch of spots on their back and on their arms. Okay, now that I've got a bunch of decoration on my giraffe, I'm going to think about my background. So giraffes live in the savanna area. I'm going to put some tall grass because I don't want my giraffe to just be floating. He's dancing on something, and that's the ground. And if you remember from the book, he kind of danced underneath like the sky light, and there was a moon in the background. So I'm gonna go in and draw a little crescent moon. And some stars in the background. You can decide to make your background different than mine. It's up to you, really. This is just what I'm deciding. I want the backgrounds to have a bunch of details. Okay. So you're off on your own to add details in your background. And then we Sharpie and color.